Hello guys, my name is Phước Lộc. I come from Vietnam. Today I would like to show you a tutorial about setting up a Wi-Fi adapter tplink722n on beaglebone black. This is, as you can see, this is my document. I made it myself. This contains guidelines and steps that will guide you to success in building Wi-Fi adapter on beaglebone black. Uh, there are two sections that I need to talk to you. The first section is the preparation. As you can see, in order to complete it, we will of course need beaglebone black, a Wi-Fi adapter WM722N. uh, DC 5 volt to ampere adapter. This is extremely needed because we will need a dedicated effective Wi-Fi effective DC adapter because the USB computer cannot support enough current power current to run external devices such as USB hub or Wi-Fi adapter. So we will need at least 1 ampere or more current DC adapters to running effectively all devices. The male RJ45 to male RJ45, simply speaking, Ethernet cable. This is needed. This is also needed because we will use it to configure Wi-Fi adapter. This step 5 and 6 is optional because we don't really need these devices because this is not important. This is for the safe purpose because during operating the beaglebone often generate tremendous heat. So in order not to let it burn or not to let it die, we also need cooling copper to make it cool off effectively. And and this fan did also this that purpose. The next step. Oh, also if you use another Wi-Fi adapter, different range, different name, such as Realtek Wi-Fi, you should consider this website to check if your USB adapter is compatible to beaglebone or not. Go here. This is a list of Wi-Fi adapter beaglebone. I know this list is very short. So from this you can check if your Wi-Fi adapter is compatible to beaglebone black or not. Okay. So let's get started. Let's dive into step 1 here. Connect. This is a very easy step. Connect beaglebone black to your computer. Use male USB to male mini USB cable to plug your beaglebone to your computer. Remember install drivers for it, please. You can refer to this video for more information. This is my video. Okay. So let's continue. The second thing we need to consider is configure ETH0. First, use vim command to open interface file and append this structure. Simply thinking this structure will enable and establish fixed IP address to your Ethernet port. After appending the following file to interfaces file, we need to report it here. And to test it, we simply just unblock your beaglebone and router, and then we just bring some website such as google.com website. You see this message, it means that the beaglebone can work move smoothly with Ethernet port. Okay. Step 3 is about pulling. Just attach this cable to this copper metal to the central CPU here, and attach Raspberry Pi fan negative to this pin and positive to this pin. Before we go further, we need to plug our beaglebone black to DC adapter, and then from Ethernet port, we will gain SSH access to it through this command here. You see this message. It means that you successfully establish SSH connection to beaglebone. Simply thinking, you can you can now look around in file system of the beaglebone, can do anything as a root permission. The good practice is to always do update and upgrade the software packages when you first buy your beaglebone black using this command here, right here. And step 7 is very important. When I was searching on the internet about this issue, I faced a lot of problem when the user, the developer, did not update the kernel version. In order to complete this tutorial, I recommend that you should update your kernel version to 3.8. You will need a script inside obj directory, script directory to directory, and this script will update kernel. Just run it; it will automatically update your kernel. Just remember, this task require internet connection. You should plug your cable into internet router. Okay. After updating kernel, you should hit reboot it so that the system can load new kernel inside the memory. Step 8 is also important because we use the kernel 3.8. The kernel is very old now. I in my as I understand, the current version of kernel is 4.4. Um, we only use 3.8, so there is a lot of the bug that the kernel 3.8 didn't fix. So the good practice here is to install a service that will automatically restore all all Wi-Fi adapter to original state for safety. We will use this Git repo here to clone it and then change this permission before executing a user and run it. Simply thinking, this script just copy two following file. The first file will be Wi-Fi reset .sh, and the other file is Wi-Fi slash Wi-Fi reset .service. After executing it, you should see the messages here. Now step 9 is also important. After you updating kernel, you updating packages, you installing reset service, you will need to provide some information so that the Wi-Fi that can connect to your internet router smoothly. You should provide it some information such as SSID, password, and other information such as host ID, gateway, subnet mask, etc. So the idea is to unplug beaglebone and plug in Wi-Fi adapter to USB port on the board, and then plug it in, and then power it up. When booting, it will automatically restore the hardware, the adapter, or the Wi-Fi adapter hardware. So you don't need to worry about that process because you did install reset service for it. So if you do all steps, you do the right steps. After inputting iwconfig, you will see the following messages here. As you can see, it doesn't connect to any access point. We will need to provide it some information so that it can connect to our access points. Like this, you will provide WPA, SSID, provide some information to say password, design fixed static IP address, gateway, default gateway, so that it can connect to internet. After installing it, you need to somehow enable it. We use this command to enable Wi-Fi adapter. If you do it right, the green LED indicator of the Wi-Fi will lit up. Again, if we hit that command again, it will show very interesting information. It will show ASSID transfer transfer mode. It means that you can now access to router ASSID, this router here, to ensure the 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 success of setting up this Wi-Fi. You can also perform being tasks here. You see the message. You you know that you can stop, you can set up a good Wi-Fi adapter. Okay, this document here will be attached to this video. You can download it at the description section. Thank you for your watching. Goodbye.